Hey my demigods, what's going on? So 13th Olympian, and today for you guys, I'll be making another build guide video for you guys. Honestly, after my Bologna build guide, I was like, okay, I want to get more build guides going. So here's Jing Wei, one of my other favorite goddesses in the game. She would probably have to be my favorite ADC, right? Probably tied with Chiron. I really like Chiron because I read the Percy Jackson series, and I was like, hey, Chiron's pretty chill. So here is Jing Wei, the Oath Keeper. Hope you guys all enjoy, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. If I didn't say that already, I feel like I did. But we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the build guide. Hoping you guys know all of her abilities, like I said during my Bologna build guide. Hopefully you guys all know their abilities already. If not, you can take a look at them in game, and you can kind of pause them here, I guess, if you really want to. I'm not gonna be explaining too much on them until we get to the God Builder. But if you do want to pause the video, go ahead and pause the video here. Oh, here's a passive too. But yeah, all right. We'll go over abilities actually probably last, because I just realized I do want to tell you guys what to upgrade first and all that other good stuff. So yeah, let's jump into the build guide. So for starting out, there's a few ways you can take this. Shizzles himself has brought me to the light. Usually I would start building like in early season 2, season 3, my bad. I would start Charge, Morningstar, and a few potions. You can start this if you really want to, but I would honestly prefer from now, because Shizzles is a pretty decent ADC, the 14th Olympian. So he's told me, Death Toll would be a better start. Some gods, some ADCs, Charge Morningstar is an amazing start. Ula, for example, would benefit really well from a Charge Morningstar or even Transcendence. But for the Jing Wei, I started going Death Toll a while ago. I like Death Toll. It also enables you to get tier 1 boots, if I can find it. Yeah, just boots, and then potions. You'll be spending 1100, so you'll have like what, 400 more gold left, 300, 400. So get mana pot and health pot, and you shall be golden. Later on in the build, I'm gonna be going for the more of a Death Toll build. Charge Morningstar is kind of the same build. In regards to it, I'll go over it second, but I'm gonna go over Death Toll first. Also, before I forget, an alternative start to boots would also have to be Spiked Gauntlet. It gives you early game lifesteal, and you will be, if you do go for the Spiked Gauntlet start, you will go for Gauntlet of Devourer's Gauntlet. I was gonna say Gauntlet of Thebes, but if you do start with the Spiked Gauntlet, you're gonna be finishing it off and getting Devourer's Gauntlet. I couldn't think of the name a second. I was right about to go back and look at it, but I'm like, no, I can't. Too embarrassing. But let's see. So for your core, you're gonna want to have boots. I would get Warrior Tabby for the most part, but you can go ahead and get Ninja Tabby just for extra attack speed. It's up to you, really. If you're choosing to go for the boot start, next item would have to be either A, you can get Devourer's Gauntlet, finish that off, or B, you can go Aussie. I tend to go Aussie with most of my ADC builds. I honestly haven't tried Spike Gauntlet, but I know it's really good. I mean Spike Gauntlet start, but like it is pretty good because it does give you that extra lifesteal to stay in lane for a little bit longer. But for the most part, I go with boots. I have been building Devourer's Gauntlet. The only downside is stacks, and that takes a little bit to get online. But when it does get online, it's pretty good. See, Warrior's Tabby Aussie. You can go Icheville next, if I can find it. Icheville next, pretty self-explanatory. Penetration, attack speed, it's passive stacks. What do you got to lose? Next, you can go Executioner. I couldn't find it. Now, if you do go Executioner, I'm not sure if this is true or not. Shizzles told me. I'm going by what he said. Honestly, I haven't done any research in it at all. This just came to mind. But he said if you go Executioner, he wouldn't suggest going for Titan's Bane. Something about how the passives conflict with each other. I I'm not entirely sure on how that works, or you know, the reasoning behind it. He tried to explain it to me, it just went over my head, to be completely honest. But he said if you're gonna go Executioner, don't go Titan's Bane. Like I said, I don't know 100% why. I just know he said that. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It might be true, might not be true. Honestly, I usually go Warrior Tabby, Aussie, Ikavul. Either go Executioner or Kensai's next. If I can find it. There we go. It's either go Executioner or Kensai's next, then I go into let's say if I went Kensai's first, I'd go Executioner next. Then of course with Jing Wei, getting some crits is also a really good option. Because of her 2, which is basically increases your crit chance. Wind Demon is an option. Another option would have to be Deathbringer. Now another thing I've kind of been seeing recently, I've been playing around with it too, would also have to be Rage. Usually this kind of thing, I'd see Warrior Tabby, Aussie, Deathbringer, Rage. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think it's Kensai and Titan's Bane. I don't know. I can't think of that build on the top of my head, but honestly, I do see like it's Deathbringer, Rage, and then if they have Ikavul, I drop Ikavul, go Wind Demon. Because honestly, you can drop Ikavul later on, go Wind Demon, even go Golden Bow, but honestly, I haven't really Golden Bow used that much, and I don't think going Golden Bow would be good for you as well. I mean, passive nice and all, but you only get 10% attack speed increase, and the passive is like, okay, whatever. I'd rather go for more crits, get high damage on a single target, than get, I guess, medium to low damage on multiple targets. That way I can just burst someone down, go to the next target, and so on and so forth. Because as an ADC, you could of course go on want to get kills. I'm sorry guys, I can't talk. I'm trying to talk too fast. Too fast 5 me. But so if you do decide to go for the Charge Morningstar and go for the Transcendence build, you're gonna be going Charge Morningstar. Don't get boots because you run out of gold. You start going into potions. Usually when I go for a Transcendence build, I'd wait. I wouldn't back. I'd try not to back until I can finish off Transcendence. At least that way I can start building stacks as quickly as possible. Then you would go in from Transcendence to Warrior Tabby, into Aussie, to Ikavul, to Executioner, then to Kensai. Then you can of course drop Ikavul and pick up, I don't know, Wind Demon, because the attack speed and the movement speed you do get from Wind Demon is pretty good. So you know, you can go ahead and do it with that whatever you will. But for the most part, I'm gonna go over my basic build once again. I usually go for Death Toll, Warrior Tabby, Aussie, Ikavul. It depends on what I want to do. If I want to get more tower damage, Titan's Bane. If I want to get more, just burst my opponents down better, Executioner. Then Kensai. Let's see, that's 5 items. I just have to always count that. And then I usually go Wind Demon, maybe drop Ikavul, go Deathbringer, so on and so forth. Like I said, the crit build I showed you guys, or told you guys about, I guess I didn't really show it to you guys. You can go for that if you really want to. I've been playing around with it. It does a lot of damage, I'll tell you guys that much. But it just whatever you really want. Now for defensive items, of course you're gonna want to get Emperor's Armor. Just kidding. I mean, you can go for like defensive items if you're in a 1v1, for example. Maybe like a breastplate or bulwark would suit you, but that's about it. That's as far as I would go in terms of defense. But I mean, for the most part, if you're playing ADC, you just want to be able to do the most damage as possible. So for relics, most of the time, honestly, I'm getting Purification or Sanctuary, unless I'm in a situation where I want to get Curse, or I want to get Thorns, maybe even. I wouldn't get Meditation. I'm just looking at these. I'm just picking off these randomly. I wouldn't get Meditation because hopefully maybe your support's getting Meditation. Honestly, for ADC, you're gonna want to be getting active relics that pertain to yourself, because you're doing more damage, and hopefully the support would be supporting you with his actives. So, and there you guys go. So I'm gonna actually real quick go back You guys can get one last good look at this. You know, we'll go to the abilities here, and I'll show you guys here. So for the longest time, I've been getting for level 1. From level 1 on. I usually upgrade her 2 first. But this is actually should not like be what you guys should be doing. I added an extra B in there. Oops. But for the most part, actually, you'd actually want to be getting Persistent Gust first. Because once you get this maxed out, it clears wave better than your Explosive Bolts. Your Explosive Bolts only give you a critical strike chance. I think that's how you say it. And Persistent Gust, you yourself as Jing Wei can jump off of it. You can deal damage with it. You can mess your opponents up with it, and all the other stuff. So once you max out Persistent Gust, that's really great. Once you get level 2, it's up to you what you want to get. You can either get Explosive Bolts or Agility. It's all up to you. At level 3, I would then get whatever I didn't get. Level 4, Persistent Gust again. Level 5, definite ult, because her ult is a really great escape. Jing Wei has got really good mobility. She can get back into lane in an instant. She can get out of there in an instant, pretty much. As long as you have Airstrike 1 and 3 up, she can get out of there. Or at least a combination of a few of these. Because honestly, once you Airstrike and maybe even Agility out there, you're, for the most part, as good as gone. Unless your opponents themselves have a jump, but that really only gets them to the distance of Airstrike if they have a jump. So, definitely want to get her ult at some point. Like I said, max out that. Can I just keep? Oh no, I can't. Okay, max out that 2 whenever you whenever you can. Now this is what Shizzle told. Shizzle told me the Agility would be better to max out before Explosive Bolts. I would kind of say yes. If you're going for a crits early game, which I don't understand why you'd be doing that, go for Explosive Bolts. But like I just said, I don't really know why you'd be going for crits early game. So you can get Agility. I keep forgetting if it gets you further, but I know the passive for Agility is really good. What it does, it just gets rid of all of basic attack penalties against you. I'm not sure. I keep forgetting if it's at max rank or if it's just at like all ranks. But it does get rid of those, which means like, you know how you get slowed when you do basic attack damage. It gets rid of that, so you can just stick to your opponents, kind of like Erlang Shen with his spot weakness. Then max that out. Agility, Explosive Bullets, whatever you want, whichever one you prefer. And then you of course want to max out her ult whenever you can, just because it does decent damage. Let you get away. I'm just honestly just filling these out that way. My head brain was like, fill it out, please, I beg you. So I was like, okay, I'll just click on these until. But yeah, that is basically it for the Jing Wei build guide, you guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you all learned something. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you all did. And if you have any questions on how to play or build Jing Wei, let me know in the comment section below, and I will try to apply as quickly as I can. And other than that, I will see you all next time. Peace.